feel-good mornings on your number one favorite station, Cool FM.
Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews at noon.
Good afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. It is now 12:03 p.m. and this is koolNews at noon. We are live on Cool FM and News Radio 93.1. We begin with some breaking news in entertainment industry. Taiwanese singer-actress Barbie Hitsu has died at the age of 48 from influenza complications. Rumors of her death first spread online on Sunday, February 2, and only intensified after her ex-husband, Wang Xiaohope, reportedly changed his profile picture on his social media platforms to black. Hitsu's death was eventually confirmed by her younger sister, Taiwanese entertainer Lee Su, on Monday morning via the latter's manager. Hitsu said in a statement to Taiwanese broadcaster TVH News, Thank you all for your concern. During the New Year holiday, our whole family traveled to Japan. My dearest and kindest sister, Siu Han, unfortunately passed away due to flu-related pneumonia. I am grateful to have been her sister in this lifetime, to have cared for each other and accompanied each other. I will always be thankful for her and miss her forever. Sean, rest in peace. Love you always. Together, forever, remember. Barbie Su is best known for her role as Dong Shangkai in the 2001 Taiwanese drama Meteor Garden, where she starred alongside Jerry Yan, Vic Zhou, Ken Chu, and Vanessa Wu. She leaves behind 2 children from her marriage with Wang. Here at KoloFam, we send our condolences to her family who are experiencing difficulties at this time. So once again, on behalf of Cool FM and Cool News Department, we send our condolences to them and may God bless them during this difficult time. Now let's get into the regular news headlines. Fearing the lowering of rice prices may affect the earnings of local growers, a farmers group on Sunday urged the Department of Agriculture to fully study its plan to declare a national food security emergency. In a statement, the Federation of Free Farmers said that with the scheduled declaration of such an emergency on rice supply on Tuesday, the National Food Authority would be able to release its stocks, currently around 300,000 metric tons or 6 million bags, for resale at below market prices through local government units and Kadiwa stores. Roel Montemayor, FFF National Manager, said that if NFA rice is sold at 38 pesos per kilo, traders, to remain competitive, will have to buy dry palay from farmers at 19 pesos per kilo. At this price, most rice farmers will either break even or have very little left after paying debts and other expenses. He added that while the disposal of NFA stocks would allow the agency to decongest its warehouses and procure more supplies, its 9 billion peso procurement fund for 2025 can absorb just 4% of the palay output in the first semester alone. Additionally, few farmers actually managed to sell their palay to NFA because they lack access to dryers and post-harvest facilities needed to comply with the agency's strict grain quality standards, Montemayor noted. The group also questioned the DA's reasoning for declaring a food security emergency since prices for well-milled and regular milled rice have already started to decline based on data from the Philippine Statistics Authority. Citing PSA figures, FFF said the price of well-milled rice spiked in September 2023 and reached its peak in March 2024 at 56.44 pesos per kilo. Since then, prices have declined, averaging 54.38 pesos per kilo in December 2024. Prices for regular milled rice showed a similar trend, the group said. How can you declare an emergency now when prices are already dropping and the extraordinary increase in prices actually occurred a year ago? How will you know when it is time to lift the emergency declaration? Montemayor asked the DA. The group urged the DA to go after importers, wholesalers, and traders who are selling rice at high prices despite a 20% cut in price. It also called on Congress to address the gaps in the Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act, which classifies agricultural smuggling, bordering, profiteering, and engaging in a cartel as economic sabotage, and the rice certification law that lowered the import taxes on rice coming from abroad in the bid to help lower domestic prices. Meanwhile, the alleged foreign spies recently arrested by authorities have been staying in the Philippines for decades, the Bureau of Immigration said on Sunday. Immigration Commissioner Joel Antonio Viado said that based on an investigation into the records of the alleged spies, they had been in the Philippines for decades and had seemingly embedded themselves in society. They have been holding legal statuses and have lived in the country for a long time before being found to be engaging in suspicious activities by the National Bureau of Investigation and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Viado said in a statement. Some have been here as early as 2002, he added. And Senator Sharon Gatchalian urged parents and local governments to be actively involved in curbing the rising cases of teenage pregnancies and human immunodeficiency virus infections nationwide. He stressed that parents should take the lead in instilling responsible behavior among adolescents to protect them from the consequences of risky behavior. We have to also focus on getting the parents more involved, not just by meeting them regularly, but by really mobilizing them. I really believe that mobilizing the parents is another way of curbing teenage pregnancies. We make them aware of these issues and empower them by educating them on how to talk to their kids, the senator said in a statement. While pregnancies among adolescents aged 15 to 19 have been declining, Gatchalian noted that data from the Philippine Statistics Authority shows an increase in pregnancies among very young adolescents aged 10 to 14. From 1,629 in 2013, pregnancies among very young adolescents more than doubled to 3,342 in 2023, he said. What is even more alarming, he added, is the Department of Health data showing the average number of newly reported HIV cases per month rising to 1,470 in the first half of 2023. Among the total reported cases of HIV, 34,415, which is 29%, were among the youth aged 15 to 24, Gatchalian said. When we return on koolNews at noon, House invites 40 social media influencers. Judge in dilemma case found guilty of neglect of duty. ID verification is not needed for BWP discounts. And in the business side, U.S. trips, currently a blow to the world economy. And in entertainment, IU Part Code becomes When Life Gives You Tangerines to premiere on March 7th, and Dionelas Marilag is first chart topper of IFP's official Philippines chart. It is now 12:11 p.m. and we will be right back after the short break.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by Neutral Lifestyle Low-Fat Milk Powder. So good you'll float. Product excellence of Hongsang. Wanmels. Walang kasing katulad na saya sa pagkaing abot kaya. Katips Hotdog. Amoy na amoy ang sarap. Kids can tell. B. Mulumi Power Ace. Ang patuka ng masa. Tender Josie. #1 hotdog. Walang katulad. And Delsat TV. Enjoy SD in high-definition channels when you subscribe to Delsat TV.
Hello, buenas noches Pilipinas. My name is Blue Wave and you're watching Sábado en la Noche with Blue.
Nandito na ang bagong Saturday primetime talk show kasama si Blue Wave.
At may joy transmission po ang SPC bukas 6 a.m. Ay, joke lang po.
Uli!
Pero hindi mo kami katulad. Isang side lamang ang iniisip at tinatanggap.
Kung showbiz balita, teknolohiya, BDAU reading o iba pa, we got you covered.
One last word, Mika, I love you. Bye.
Sábado en la Noche with Blue. Tuwing Sábado, 9 p.m. Dito lang sa Cool FM. Ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
You're listening to Cool FM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Extra strong? Andito na ang Leon Extra Strong Beer. Bangis ng dating, bangis ng sarap, bangis ng kagat, at 7% ABV. This is Gerald Anderson for Leon Extra Strong Beer. Tikman ang bangis ng Leon. Bangis ng presyo, 47 pesos SRP for 500 ml at 95 pesos SRP for 1 liter. Drink responsibly.
Do marami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. At dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayun, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos, bigla ako gumaling. Ay bay, natuwa ang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Napatunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong turista ang bumisita sa Pilipinas at nakalikha ng higit 10,000 trabaho at oportunidad para sa lahat. Leadership, results, integrity. James Roaf, pagbabagong kailangan para sa ating bagong bayan.
Tight game. Shoots and it's nabitin? Magtusiran Forte with Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo, kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo. Tusiran Forte! Unilab yan.
Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mamadaming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mamadaming time, Champion Detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa Champion Quick Wash Technology, less time sa lavada, more time sa pamilya.
You're running late for the prom when something goes wrong.
Nakapanit ako og sapatos ng matangtang ang swela sa akong sapatos.
Hello? It's late! Where are you?
Crunch time, what you gonna do?
Keep cool with new Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream. Vanilla ice cream with cookie bits coated in white chocolate and crisp cereal. I got this. Thought my cool blue chucks to rock my white tux. KOK to the prom, I'm on my way. New Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream ice cream. Keep cool with Crunch.
Pre, makinig ka muna. Payong kaibigan lang ha. Work hard, play hard. Yan ang motto ko dati. Pero nakakapagod din pala katagalan sa gitna ng lahat ng puyat, inom at pagkain ng masasarap. Kasama na ang oily and fatty foods, kailangan pa rin bantayan ang kalusugan. Tamang kontrol ang kailangan. Katuwang ko ang Liverade. Si Limerine supplement na best with proper diet and exercise. Cheers to more good times. Salamat sa Liverade. Mabibili ang Liverade sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Liverade ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kahit pawis blooming bango sa Surf Fabcon.
New Surf Fabcon Fresh and Blue. May 3 times amoy pawis shield. Kaya,
Kahit pawis blooming bango sa Surf Fabcon.
based on lab test and select fabric versus detergent powder only. Surf!
Happy, happy, happy Pista. Today's fruit salad ang bida. Bibida. Bibida. Ang today's ngayong pista. Meron ng papaya, pinya, cherries at nata. Fresh at number 1 pa. Today's fruit salad ang bida. Today's blessing to share. Today's they share what today.
Welcome back to koolNews at 2. The House of Representatives has invited at least 40 social media personalities as resource persons for its joint inquiry on the spread of fake news and disinformation. House Three-Party Committee Head Representative Dan Fernandez of Santa Rosa, Laguna on Sunday said that the first public hearing of the panel would hopefully see the participation of the 40 invited resource persons. The three-party committee is made up of the House Committees on Public Order and Safety, on Public Information, as well as on Information and Communications Technology. According to Fernandez, who chairs the Public Order and Safety panel, the inquiry will look into how this information spreads online, its impact on public perception and national security, and the measures needed to combat it. He stressed the need to protect Filipinos from false information intended to mislead and divide them, pointing out Filipinos are entitled to the truth. The lawmakers said that the invited social media personalities are known for their influence on the platforms where they engage in political discourse, news analysts, and commentary. Among invited resource persons are Malu Iguia, Jose Yumang Sonsa, Chris Seteju, Mark Artoni Lopez, Alan Troy Salsod, MJ Reyes, Vivian Rodriguez, Esel Pineda, Lorraine Godoy Cortosa, Jeffrey Celis, Lloyd Leon Cristobal, Alex Dester, Aaron Pena, Galen Chan, Manuel Mata Jr., Elizabeth Joey Cruz, Claro Ganak, Claire Eden Contreras, Jonathan Morales, Cruz Preclo, and Maricar Serrano. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has found Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Judge Romero Buenaventura guilty of simple misconduct and neglect of duty in handling the high-profile drug case against former Senator Laila De Lima. In a resolution issued on November 13, 2024, the High Court's First Division imposed a fine of 36,000 pesos on Buenaventura, 18,000 pesos for simple misconduct, constituting a violation of the new Code of Judicial Conduct, and another 18,000 pesos for simple neglect of duty in the performance or non-performance of official functions. The High Tribunal said Respondent Romero Buenaventura is duly warned that a repetition of the same offense or the commission of a similar act shall be dealt with more severely, the High Tribunal said. The case stemmed from an administrative complaint filed by lawyers Teddy Esteban Rigoroso and Rolly Francis Perro, the Lima's legal counsels, who alleged that Buenaventura violated judicial ethics and caused undue delay in ruling on their client's motion for bail in criminal case number 17167, wherein she was accused of illegal drug trading. The Lima's motion for bail in that case was filed on December 14, 2020 and took 3 years to be resolved on June 17, 2023 under Buenaventura's watch. Meanwhile, the Department of Justice over the weekend reiterated that establishments or agencies cannot deny or withhold legally mandated discounts or privileges to persons with disabilities solely because their identification cards cannot be verified immediately. In a legal opinion issued on January 27, the DOJ clarified that Republic Act No. 10754, which expands benefits for PWDs, does not require verification of a PWD ID before a senior citizen can be entitled to discounts and other such benefits. The DOJ issued the opinion in response to a request for clarification by the National Council on Disability Affairs of the establishments raised concerns about the authenticity of some suspicious PWD ID cards presented to them. Denial and withholding of PWD benefits and privileges solely because the authenticity of the PWD ID card cannot be verified at the time of presentation does not comply with existing laws and implementing rules and regulations, particularly the provisions of RA 10754 and its IRR. The DOJ said in its opinion, signed by Justice Undersecretary Rolf Vasquez. Such denial and withholding of PWD benefits and privileges, it added, constitute a violation of the rights of PWDs to avail themselves of the said benefits and privileges. The DOJ pointed out that RA 10754 was designed to provide PWDs with a chance to participate fully in the mainstream of society by granting them at least a 20% discount and examination from the value-added tax on the sale of certain goods and services identified under Republic Act No. 9442. Many establishments, to be sure, do not consistently apply the 20% discount rule, as several PWDs as well as senior citizens have noted by experience. The law provides that presenting an ID issued by the city or municipal mayor or the barangay captain of the village where the PWD resides, or a passport or any other recognized document will sacrifice as proof of entitlement to the PWD benefits. The Department of Health maintains the National PWD Registry, but the DOJ does note that it does not yet contain a complete record of all PWDs due to various reasons. As such, denial or withdrawing of PWD benefits and privileges due to an unverified PWD ID card or when verification results in no records found in the registry would undoubtedly defeat the purpose of the law, the DOJ said. The DOJ also cited existing guidelines issued by relevant government agencies, such as its Administrative Order No. 2017-0008 and the Joint Memorandum Circular No. 1 since 2022 and Administrative Order No. 17-01 since 2017, both issued by various agencies, all of which provide that mere submission or presentation of a PWD ID card and other pertinent requirements, if applicable, will sacrifice for a PWD to be given to due benefits and privileges. And now, in the business side, the tariffs imposed Saturday by President Donald Trump on products from the U.S. three leading trading partners are without recent precedent, sparking a trade war with powerful repercussions for all involved. So here are the key points about how the tariffs will work and what impact will they have. How much trade is involved? The United States is an essential trading partner for the three targeted countries, Canada, China, and Mexico. But the impact will fall disproportionately on the U.S. immediate neighbors than on China, the world's second largest economic power. U.S. imports from Canada, Mexico, and China represented a combined total of over $1.2 trillion for the first 11 months of 2024, just over 40% of all U.S. imports, according to the Commerce Department. For Mexico and Canada, the United States is by far the largest customer, accounting for 77% of Mexican goods exports and 84% of Canada's, according to the two countries' statistical agencies. China's reliance on the US market is proportionately far smaller, representing just 15% of 2024 exports, according to Chinese customs data. The United States had sizable commercial deficits, while all three countries in the first 11 months of 2024, more than $270 billion with China, $157 billion with Mexico, and $55 billion with Canada. How will the targeted countries be affected? Given its greater exposure to US trade, Mexico is expected to be the hardest hit. According to Oxford Economics, the tariffs imposed Saturday could raise the inflation rate there to 6% annually, up from 4.2% in December, while the nation's currency, the peso, could see a 7% weakening with attendant risk of recession. For Canada, and excluding the effects of newly announced counter tariffs, the US tariffs could cause a 2.7% drop in the GDP this year and 4.3% drop next year, compared to the expected levels of absent tariffs, according to Chief EY Economist Gregory Taco, and due to inflationary pressures. For the US economy, the clearest impact should concern prices. The gamut of affected products is enormous, ranging from automobiles and avocados from Mexico to fall, and petroleum from Canada and iPhones from China, just for starters. Facing the additional taxes of 10 to 25% on these products, businesses are bound to pass at least part of their added cost on to consumers. The Tax Foundation, a think tank generally favorable to lower taxes, estimated Friday that the new tariffs could trim US GDP by 0.4% over the long term and add $830 in annual cost to each American household this year. EY predicts a 0.7% rise in inflation in the first quarter before the effects begin to ease. And now into the entertainment. IU and Park Gum will captivate hearts in the upcoming slice of life Korean drama When Life Gives You Tangerines, which is set to premiere on March 7. The premiere date of When Life Gives You Tangerines was announced by Netflix in a teaser clip, while giving a glimpse of IU and Park's characters, who will portray Eson and Gaewon Suk respectively. The clip showed IU running her hands through a flower field before linking her arms goodbye. It then shifted to glimpses of Jeju Island, where their characters interact on multiple occasions. And finally, Leonila's Marilac is the first song to top the official Philippines chart, which was recently launched by the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, as it ranks the biggest tracks from local and international artists in the country. Marilac, which was released by the R&B singer-songwriter in November 2024, remains the biggest song in the country, according to the official Philippines chart. Other local songs that entered the top 10 were Leonila's Singing in Oxyhina, as well as DJ Monteres Palagi. Meanwhile, Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga's Die With A Smile, Kendrick Lamar and Cesar's Luther, Cesar's BMF, Yonkai's Blue, Rosa and Mars Apathe, and Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. Based on streaming platforms, the top 20 songs that enter the official Philippines chart will be announced every Tuesday. According to a release, the charts will be based on chart eligible streams from Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, and YouTube. In accordance with IFPT's global chart principles, streams from each market are weighted to take into account the difference in economic value between the free and paid tiers of streaming services instead. This delivers charts which reflect the volume and the value of streams across the region, celebrating the biggest songs of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1 minute before 6:30 p.m. and that brings us to the end of koolNews at noon. Thank you so much for stopping by, as we will return with more news headlines with koolNews at 6 and koolNews Prime Time at 10:30 p.m. later. And just before we close it off, once again, we on behalf of Kool FM and koolNews Department, we send our condolences to Taiwanese actress. Give me one moment, I forgot already. Barbie Shu family, who are experiencing difficulties at this time. Again, God bless them, and hopefully they can get through it. They can get through this difficult time. And with that, to close off Cool News at Noon, here is the theme song of Meteor Garden from Penny Tai. Good afternoon.
虽然经常梦见你，还是毫无头绪。外面正在下着雨，今天是星期几 ？But I don't know 你去哪里。虽然不曾怀疑你。还是忐忑不定，谁是你的那个唯一？原谅我怀疑自己，我明白我要的爱会把我宠坏，像一个小孩只懂在你怀里怀爱，你要的爱不只是依赖，而像个大男孩，风吹又日晒，生活自由自在。